Alrighty, give me 1 second. I think I messed something up here. Yeah, I did. Cool. Alrighty. Good evening, fellas. Can you hear me? I guess you can. I guess you can. Let's switch to the main camera. Yep. What's up? Let me just get started here. How you guys doing? How's life? How is life? Moving. Nice, nice. Give me 2 seconds before we start. Good, man, good. Just worked as I guess as everyone else. Recorded a video or two for YouTube. I don't know if you guys have been paying attention. Yeah, trying to do some videos so I can then, yeah, get more traction to Programmer Network when it becomes more, yeah. So yeah, I'm gonna invest some time into sharing some experience on yeah, of course, on YouTube and stuff. That's gonna help. It's gonna help the platform a lot. Yeah, and that's pretty much it. Let me just move this camera. Give me 2 seconds. So let's kind of position this maybe somewhere around here. And yeah, exactly. So basically, yeah. So what are we gonna be doing today? It's a good question, right? So last time I streamed a day ago, so it wasn't yesterday. It was the day before. We kind of did the Docker Compose stuff. Like we created a volume basically, so we can have Docker Compose development kind of locally. And then I think we pretty much finished the image upload, the image classifier service thing, right? So we're gonna take a look at that now. Just make sure that this works. It should be working now. I think last time we kind of did most of it, right? Not gonna be looking at the tooling right now, even though it would be nice to solve that. So actually, if we go ahead and actually, we don't need to run the API, right? Because we have that Docker container running. So basically, we just need to run our front end, right? And then we should be good, right? So because it's been a while since we also did any of the front end. So let's kind of maybe start there today, and then let's see if this works. Let's go ahead to our Docker stuff here. Take a look at the API logs. Yeah, it all seems fine, I suppose, right? Yeah, it all seems fine, and let's just make sure that this thing still actually works as basically as the last time. So let's try to submit this. Just gonna see where we stopped. Yeah, exactly. So we did kind of solve that last time, right? Let's see about the update though. Does that logic still works? Yeah, it does. Okay, that's great. Okay, cool. So all right. If I go to TipTap image, because it's been a while since, I don't know which version we're using here. The image plugin that we're using for TipTap, for our rich text editor, right, is it's quite limiting, I think. So let's take a look at that. And when I say it's limiting, I think it's because it doesn't really, there's really no controls that it exposes for centering the image left and right and stuff. I mean, we could in theory implement that ourselves, but I'm not going to be doing that. So let's see if there's something that they do expose. Let's maybe actually open our UI a little bit. Where's our TipTap? Wait, this is our infrastructure. Give me a second. Let's open up that front-end project a little bit. tip tab, I think, right? Oh no, that's actually part of our core library, right? Shit, where is that? So that's the UI library that we built, right, long ago. What was it called? Yale, right? Yeah, Luigo, it's this one. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So if we go over here, we have to find some extensions maybe here, right? Yeah, this is the one, right? So this is our image extension here. Nick, hi buddy, how you doing? Good to see you. Yeah, man, I haven't streamed in a long time. I streamed 2 days ago after 2 months. But yeah, good to be back. Good to see you. Good to see you. HTML attributes. So I guess it exposes this thing, right? Which technically we could maybe use to fiddle with the position of it, right? But I don't think so. So if we actually head to the image over here, yeah, no. So yeah, we can't really control this, right? I mean, if we could dynamically. Ah, you were AFK. Yeah, fair enough, fair enough. It's good that somebody at least is seeing these notifications, right? Yeah, at least that is good, right? Okay, never mind. So let me just figure out what it is that I want to do today, actually, in the stream, right? So that image stuff is now working, and that is actually great. It's been so. Then we had meetups. That's actually, let's take a look at our. It's been a while. I need to get back into the flow with Programmer Network, right? So let's go to backlog. And yeah, I have a lot of things in here. Roadmap before new features. Yeah, send the email when. Okay, so this is what I created on May 13th. So let's see. I think there's bunches. Yeah. So this was my kind of roadmap, right, before we even consider building new things, right? All right, let me just think a little bit here. There's a lot of stuff we need to do. There's a lot of stuff we need to do. All right, so let's start with some things. It's been a while since I did any UI. So it seems that password reset is broken once the link is clicked, reported on Discord. Let's open up our Discord. I guess somewhere around here it was reported, right? Edit thought not working. Reset password. Yeah, let's take a look at this. Reset password doesn't work. I just get an email with a link, but I can't choose new password. Okay, wow. All right, interesting. Can I actually try that locally? So if I go log in, I guess, reset password, email. Yeah, I'm not actually sure if this is going to work locally, but I don't think so. But let's see. Ah, shit. I don't actually remember what my password even was. I have so many of these accounts. Okay. Okay, actually, so it is here. Okay, so let's copy this link. Jack, good day, my friend. How are you? And let's go here to this URL, right? And let's see what happens in the console when we try this. Actually, okay, I know this is supposed to explode. Okay, good. So we get basically an yeah, okay. Unknown keyword data. Okay, I see. So you can see basically we're gonna get a Stack Overflow here, right? Which is perfectly fine. So you can see basically we got a little bit hot. Well, I wish I can say that here in Denmark, but it's been one of the most terrible summers ever. Okay, so let's see what's happening here. Let's fix this. This is quite actually bad that this is broken, right? So most likely, yeah, exactly. Okay, so let's see. So unknown keyword data is probably something related to, let's take a look at that. So probably I'm using my AJV form hook that I wrote. Yes, I am. And probably something in the schema here. Yeah, so this data seems to be off, right? So we can implement the matching of password manually. Let's just see if, shit, man, come on. Where was this link? I should have just, even though it actually doesn't have to be that one. What? All right, let's try that again, right? Let's copy this link. Cedric, good evening, buddy. It's good to see you. No, I'm actually quite happy that I'm back, man, and also that I'm building the platform again, because this project is gonna take years, right? So that was the issue, right? So this data keyword in my AJV was wrong, and that's a little bit weird. So let's paste this to OpenAI and just chat with it a little bit, right? Why is data not recognized as part of AJV schema? Ah, I see. So when we're instantiating the AJV, we're not passing this. I mean, you know, it depends what it depends, Cedric, right, on what are your current expectations, what your needs are generally in a career, right? I mean, actually, no, the data is set to true, so that's weird. That is actually very weird. It depends, right? What do you want, right? Working in a bank doesn't necessarily always imply that it's bad or boring, right? It can also be fun. So it's a matter of your expectations, right? But you know, you right? Well, it doesn't have to be like that, right? Again, don't. I would not make you know, hard assumptions or things like that. I mean, people have you know. It doesn't have to mean what you think it means, right? Because yeah, you can, you know, if you find a job like that that's, let's say, under quotes boring, then you know, you can maybe focus on some other things. You can help me build programming network, right? You can have peace of mind when you get home, right? You know what I mean? So you have to you have to open up your horizons a little bit, right? There's it's never one dimensional, these things, right? You can oftentimes, like you know, in a couple of years, if I don't succeed with any of my projects and start a new company, right, I'll probably seek for these under quotes boring jobs, right? To lead a big team there or something like that, right? Why? Well, because, you know, then I can focus besides work, right, on things that I actually want to do, right? And so that's why I say, I mean, if job means a lot to you, if it's a huge point of fulfillment currently in your life, then yeah, you probably don't want that, right? But if you can find other inspirations besides work, right, then, you know, there's nothing wrong with going to a bank, right? So strange. Combining schemas. Combining schemas. Okay, so this is what we need, right? Yeah. Yeah, I mean, you know, try to get in a habit, as I always say. Write a table, right? Write a table like this. It's not rocket science, right? Write a table like this. It's not a cross, it's a table, I promise. Cons, right? And it's very simple, right? Then just define what you get and what you, under quotes, lose, right? And then sit with your girlfriend, whatever, right? Your wife, and figure it out, right? Wasa Habib on YouTube. Hi guys, good to see you. Okay, so this is basically what I'm kind of doing, right? So so wait a minute. So what am I doing wrong myself? It doesn't seem that I'm doing anything wrong, right? Unless where am I exporting this instance, right? So AJV is exported from here. There has to be like import AJV for, so where is this used, right? Where am I using this reference? Anywhere in this project? Because so what if we don't export this? Wait, what if I simply don't do this? What happens then? Give me a second. All right, so that is the problem, right? So if we go to this open source, one of the open source libraries we've built, right? And I think this is use AJV form, right? Then I think most likely when I built this guy here, so we might need to push a new version to npm. So if I go here and index, I don't remember how I did this, but I have the AJV instance in utils validation. So if I go here and then here, data actually is set to true. So this, in practice, this should work, right? So it's not that. A lot of people coming. Good evening, man. Thank you very much. Good to see you as well again. Absolutely, man. Good to see you. Good to see you. It's good to be back, man. It's good to be back. Okay, so let me close. I'm opening too many of our projects, right? So let's just open this up somewhere, just so we have it. Yeah, it's so weird. Okay. And if I save this, we should basically get to a point of that error, right? Yeah, so if I open this up, we should basically get... Yeah, exactly, right? So strict mode unknown keyword data. That is so weird. Strict mode unknown keyword data. But yeah, maybe data is definitely not used like this, right? Is it maybe token? No. Is it maybe like password? But no, that also can't be it, right? What did this guy confirm? Const data 1 password, yeah. But it doesn't seem to be liking this much, right? Like at least. So if I do this and mistype the password, what happens? I'm stuck in a tutorial hell loop. I have some videos I recorded for YouTube past 2-3 days, Habib. Just find them on my YouTube channel, right? Programming is hard. Yeah, I mean, this is probably a good one for you to watch. It basically speaks pretty much about that. Give it a watch. All right, so now let's take a look at this. So maybe this is working, and maybe my use AJV, maybe we should work a little bit on that library now, because my assumption here is Rebecca, my friend. Oh my God, she's here. She is here. How are you doing? How's life? Let's see here. So if we run this again and we fail, so right now it kind of likes the schema. So if I do this and reset, are we actually getting any invalid? No. Good. I just been focusing on some other things before. So I'm going to the gym pretty much every day. So I'm paying for a private coach, and we had some family, and I was traveling, and so nothing really to do with Program Network. I didn't need a break of any kind or anything like that. It was just the different things that I wanted to focus on for a little while. So pretty much sums it up. Enjoying life. Yeah. Actually, that's a good one. Yeah, I would. Yeah, I think that's a solid description. Yes. Again, I had a year of streaming to kind of conceptualize what the stream is and stuff. So I started doing it for myself, not for others. You get right. So if I don't want to stream, I just don't want to stream, and that's I don't want to force myself ever again. No, but it wasn't even that. I would actually. No, that's not correct. But it likes this one. Okay, I don't actually know. 100%. Give me 2 seconds. So. All right, let's test this in an isolation, right? Just so we learn this together. Let's go to like Code Sandbox or something like that. Right? I'm just gonna go to Code Sandbox, and I'm just going to test this because I really want to do this properly, right? I really want to do this like and because this, I believe this used to work, so I don't want to just fix it and move away and have no idea why it works, right? So that's not very useful, is it? Right? So let's go and let's just create a new sandbox here. I just need some. Yeah, it doesn't really matter. Let's just do plain JavaScript, right? Whatever, create sandbox. And let's just install AJV. AJV, yeah, exactly, right? And let's grab their example here, from here. This is an HTML file. My bad. Okay. Doesn't matter. Let's go to MJS. Okay, cool. And let's import this. Import AJV from, right, AJV. All right, so where's the terminal? Here, over here, right? Yes, beautiful. Console. Oh, yeah, we're actually not validating. So let's print this invocation of validation function. So it's true, right? Okay, so what if I grab my schema from here? So I just essentially take this, right? Properties, yeah. So let's actually just grab this, right? And let's get rid of, because we don't have error messages module installed here, so we actually don't care about that. Unknown keyword data. Okay, that is interesting, right? And then here, I guess if we replace this with const and then do this, const is a reserved keyword. Yeah, of course we're missing a column, right? Okay, right? So now we have the schema and the data, right? So we need the password. So let's say password is, you know, Alexander. Confirm password is Alexander, and I'm gonna actually get rid of the token just so we can see if. So just for those of you who have no idea what I'm doing, basically we're trying to write a AJV schema, AJV validation schema that ensures that when you type a password in an input field, right, one field and the other field, that they both match, right? So we can see actually this does in fact work. So we can see we're getting true. If I change the password to something else, we should get false. So this is practically correct, right? So this is in fact the way to go, actually. So this is a correct way. So if we go back to our thing here, so this is in fact correct way to do it. Right now, I need to figure out now in our in this custom library that I wrote if we are supporting this case. Yeah, I've been away for a month and a half or two, something like that. I've been just focusing on other things. But I mean, again, as I said many times, for those of you who've been here, you know, I'll be streaming for many years, and I'll be doing Programmer Network for many years. So there's gonna be times when I'm streaming 2, 3, 5 times a week. Sometimes there's gonna be times when I'm not gonna stream for a month or whatever, right? But it's a marathon, right? It's not. I mean, I do this for fun and because I like sharing knowledge and I like sharing experience and I like learning with other people together. So it's something that is just natural to me. I don't force myself to do it, right? So yes, indeed, you're right. I haven't been around for some time. Let's give this to, okay, so I'm gonna do this and I'm gonna give it to OpenAI, right? Because it's a little bit frustrating now because I don't genuinely know what the I don't know what the issue is, to be very frank with you. So let's just, these types of cryptic errors, let's just give them to the computer because computer is way better at solving this. My pleasure, man. I appreciate you here being as well. One doesn't work without the other. Okay, let's see. The error arises because const keyword in AJV expects a literal value of string, but you're providing object data reference. This type mismatch causes TypeScript to raise error. To resolve this, we need to extend type definition. For all I can handle data keyword, unfortunately, TypeScript type definitions for AJV don't natively support data. However, we can work around this by using a more general type for the schema. Use more general type for the schema. Instead of using JSON schema type, we can use schema object. Huh. Yeah, that is weird. So what happens? Schema object. Yeah, but then we have to omit the types, right? Then we have to do this, right? Yeah, but well, then my form is not going to work, right? So that is not great. No, bot is correct. I mean, the bot is correct, and because again, yeah, the types for AJV are not ideal, right? It's basically saying, hey, Alex, this data thing, you're using a const keyword with the data, which is a reference type to a different input field, right? Or different actually property of an object, and it's saying, hey, you know, TypeScript doesn't understand that. TypeScript wants the const to be a string, right? Which kind of makes sense, right? So it doesn't understand this. They don't have a type for the must verify the schema data correctly to ensure data is used the way the data understands. Yeah, that's unfortunate because my library that I built, this open source library, doesn't actually want that type. The library that we have wants the JSON schema type, right? So shit, that sucks. What if I do any? I mean, that is terrible. We all agree there, but yeah, so no matter what, right? We'll need to give it a shit. Ah, man. Because my yeah, right. So my use AJV, as you can see, expects JSON schema type of T. What if this was or what was it? Schema object. So if I gave it this, it would work, right? So if we go to other occurrences of where I'm using this, are these? Yeah, okay. Interesting. Okay, so let's update this repository and let's push the new version to npm. So what I'm gonna do, I'm actually gonna go here and search for use AJV form. How did I call it? Yeah, like this. Yes. So this is the library, right? How do I deploy it? Man, it's been so long. I don't remember anything anymore. Yeah, okay, so if we go to the index and we go to the core type, which is this one, right? Here we should be able to say or JSON. No, was it schema object, right? Was it like that? Yeah. Okay, and now we have to try running tests inside of this directory, right? So if I go to, what was it? Use AJV form, yeah. How did I do that? pm test, I guess. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, tests are passing. Obviously, that doesn't mean much, though. Let's get it over here. So there's nothing really complaining about it, right? And what is the current tag of this? Let's go to package.json 1017. This is the latest version that I deployed, right? You can sign up on Programmer Network is live for many months now. So it's just you know, there's a lot of things to polish and stuff, but you can go to you know, programmer.network and sign up. I would actually appreciate that. But the project is I mean, it's a real project with real users. It's just you know, I do this as a hobby. Unfortunately, I don't have much time. I work and I have a kid and a wife and a lot of other stuff, right? So, but it's good. It is good. It is going to be it's a very complex project. It's going to take many years, as I said many times, to build, but we're going to do it. Extend use AJV form schema with object schema object. I actually forgot if I have a CI for this. I think I've built a continuous integration server for this. Let's see. I literally don't remember, I swear. So I'm just going to push this to master first, and I'm going to create a new tag. I hope so, at least. So this new tag should be 18, right? Yeah. And then I should push a new tag, right? I guess git push, right? Hi YouTube, how are you guys doing? I guess like this, right? So let's see. I don't actually remember, to be genuinely honest with you. Oh, thank you very much for following, man. I appreciate it. Let's go to the library. Where is the library? Yeah, here it is. This is the library. So let's see. What do I have? I think I built a continuous. Yeah. Okay. Good. I think. Yeah. I think. Wait a minute. Oh no. Okay. So this is just lint and test. Okay. I see. So here, basically, I think I was just publishing manually this one, right? Yolk publish. Yeah, right. Enter in the browser. Yeah, so open this in the browser, right? Yes. Oh shit, give me a second. I don't. I built so many of these libraries that I don't remember anymore. But for this one, clearly I haven't built a CI, so we'll do that one day in the future. Good thing is this is pretty stable, so we're not doing it very often, right? All right, cool. So let's go. Did we deploy this? Unknown blogs. Thank you very much, buddy. Love to you right back at you, man. Use AJV form. Yeah. Did I just publish it? Yeah, published a few seconds ago. Okay. Yeah. Today. Okay. So that's good. So we published that, right? So now technically, if we go to use AJV form, this should be version 18, right? Yeah. So if we just very quickly try to install this, let's see if that actually works. So let's run this and let's reload. Ah, shit. Yeah, let's just, I wanted to reload the TS server, but it doesn't matter. So now in theory, we shouldn't have the error anymore. So this schema over here, motherfucker. Actually, nah. That's weird. I would honestly like to believe at this point that, give me a second, use AJV form. Yeah, actually, so no, so it's not updated yet. Did I maybe forget to yeah, like, was there something that I missed types wise? Give me a second. I don't remember how I did this. Ah, shit, man, I know. I remember now. It's okay. It's perfectly fine. Give me a second. I remember, yeah, I seriously need to do a CI for this. So first we need to pm build, right? Because since I'm locally publishing the module from, so it's not the CI doing it, not GitHub pages or whatever. So we need to do the, crap. Okay, it doesn't matter. It's fine. It's okay. We'll just bump this again, right? And yeah, let's just push this to master just so it's there. So bump bump, what is this called? Use AJV form to 1019, right? And then we basically need to deploy this because we have a new dist now, right? And this new dist should technically contain a new type. Yeah, it does now, right? Okay, cool. So let's publish this again. And we need to open this up just so it gets the, motherfucker, okay. So annoying. Give me a second. Let me just say, hey, do not challenge me again, man. It's fine. I trust this. 033944. All right, cool, great. So now this should technically be deployed, right? Let's wait a second. Let's refresh again. Let's refresh again. What? All right, it's published. Sorry, it's lagging a little bit, and then it gets the error. Okay, that's great. That's good. That's good. Okay, cool. So let's try this again. Do you have any specific coding? Yeah, you would need to be a little bit more specific, right? Coding patterns is not. I mean, that is like saying, do you use any? How do you make yourself eloquent when you talk, right? These are the things that with practice, with time, right? These are the things that evolve with you, right? It's not that you're writing code and thinking about patterns. It's the same if you're good at writing, if you're good at spoken skills as well, right? It's not that you are like, let me conceptualize these 3 sentences and make, right? This comes with everything is a pattern. I mean, every single thing we build is a pattern of some kind, right? So that's why the question cannot be really answered, because everything is a pattern. Every single thing we do here falls into some structural, behavioral, object or whatever pattern, right? So everything is a pattern. Right? It's just they're all over the place. Everything is built with these things, right? The library that you're using is built on top of various patterns, right? So, okay, I think now it's fine, right? I think so, at least. So let's take a look at that. Okay, so I think it's fine. I think so. But now we need to check. So if we go and open this link again, it should not fail anymore, right? So now it parses the stuff, the schema. But if I mistype the password, yeah. Yeah, so that is a little bit problematic now, right? Because the passwords do not match. What if I say 123, 123? No, what if I say Alexander? Okay, let's take a look at that. So it's good, it's fine. So we fixed that thing, and what do we do? Yeah, so here's we call the validate handle change password. So we do this, right? Let's make sure that this is actually being called. So let's just print this synthetic event here, just to make sure that this is being called. Let's get over here and let's just yeah. So yeah, there seems to be something off there. Let's see what is that? Handle change password, right? Yeah. Yeah, that is a little bit weird. Okay. Ah, shit, man. So we're probably missing a type attribute, right? So the form, because we're using the native form handler, right, on submit event. That's what we're missing most likely. Okay. Yeah, most likely, right? A silly thing, but you can see it can be quite a critical thing if you miss it, right? So now we can see that we are in fact calling this logic, and let's actually mistype the password, and let's see, do we get the error? So yeah, password do not match. That's good, right? That's what we just fixed with extending the type and adding. And if I say Alexander now, so now they should match. Okay, good. Password token is invalid or has expired. That's because in a database, right? If we go to our API, where is that codebase API? Somewhere, I'm pretty sure there, if we take a look at the database very quickly here, I'm pretty sure that somewhere under the user table, there's an expiration, right? New password requested timestamp. Yeah, so you can see there's this new password requested timestamp that I then check against some specific time in the future, right? So if we search for new, what was it? Come on, man. New password requested. So if we new password requested timestamp, yeah, exactly, right? So this is the logic, right? So if the new requested is greater than date, not that now, right? So we're going to generate some timestamp, and if it's greater than now, we're going to say, hey, this one, but this one was rather about the password token is invalid. So this one is a little bit different one. Yeah, it's this one. And I think actually there should be. Yeah, exactly, because you can see here, I try to use the token itself that I generate, right? It's basically a randomized token. And then I say, find the user that has this token, and then reset password expires at timestamp that is greater or equal than day.now, right? So that's fine, this works. So we can say that we actually fixed this. That's good. Okay, so but even though we did, I'm not gonna push all of this stuff. I'll simply push this fix because I need to deploy a lot of these other things. So I'm not gonna push this. I will have to push the the this. So let's push this to production very quickly. And that this is a good change. This is a good change. So the bad thing about this is that JSON schema type for the AJV schema, basically schemas, is more strict. It's actually very strict. But in these circumstances where TypeScript doesn't work well with AJV, this seems to be fine as well, I guess. So, I mean, it's just a lazy way to bypass TypeScript. It's almost like we used any, right? So that's what it is. Okay, so let's say fix... actually, let's try to generate something useful with the AI here. Super useless, okay. Fix the password reset form, right? And installed and bumped use AJV form. So that's pretty much what we're pushing now, right? Yeah. Exactly. Okay, cool. That's great. So let's push that to master. And let's go to Cloudflare. Let's go to Cloudflare. Actually, I think we have it somewhere around here. Yeah. Give me 1 second. Just need to stretch my legs a little bit. Give me 1 moment. I ordered treadmill. I think it's gonna arrive tomorrow or after tomorrow. So standing for 4 hours nonstop, it's gonna be a little bit easier than because of the blood circulation and stuff in your feet. All right, cool. Let's wait for this to deploy. This fella. Alrighty. Should be quick. Yeah, okay, that's great. That's great. So we're getting back into the stream and stuff. That's good. That's good. So we fixed something at least. So good. Okay, so let's say, hey, a password reset is broken. Let's say, hey, it is not broken anymore. What else did we have? I made this list long ago. Syncing GitHub repositories is broken. Yeah, that we must fix, right? Yeah. So some of these tiny things we really need to fix because they leave a really bad taste for the user, right? If I go to production and I go to my profile, repositories, can I resync? Let's see, is it broken really or not? Resync, error syncing repositories. Okay, fair enough. Interesting, very interesting. Okay, if we go to my settings, developer settings, I suppose. Nah. No, if we go to programmer network organization, I think, right? So if we go here and here, I guess, right? Yeah. Developer settings, yeah. OAuth apps, programmer network repositories, right? Yeah. Leo, my friend, good evening. Okay, so this is good, right? This is the callback. This is the callback which fuck. I wonder if it's a firewall issue on my server because I have insanely strict security. Insanely strict security. So this is the callback, right? This is what I get. This is what I call back. We get the authorization. We get the token by calling this authorization code flow. Then we call back my UI, injecting that token as part of the URL parameters, right? Sorry, query parameters. Okay, so okay, let's actually go to our Grafana and our Prometheus. Let's go to our logs. Did we actually log this? This error basically happened now. So how come that? GitHub repos. Give me 1 second. Can I open my Swagger spec? Ah, shit. Now, what is actually, we should be able to do that, right? What is our port? Our API now is running on what port? 5000, right? So if I do this, yeah, there it is. Okay. Fever of game. Hi there, buddy. Do I have these? Okay, so GitHub repositories, repos. Yeah, it's so strange, man. Yeah, exactly, right? So why? So we have the auth here. So that's weird. This probably is a regression of some sort. Give me a second. So if we go over here, this is the start of the redirect path. Okay. Let me just remember this. It's been a while. Also, I had this default state thing. Did I? Shit, man. Give me a second. Did I, by some chance, let's take a look at this. What did I do in this PR? Fix transactions. No, fuck that. That's not what I want, man. Update depths, update node. Yeah. Yeah, send me your CV. I can review your CV if you want. All right, but this could be just as well a regression of some sort, right? So I think this. What is this? Shit, it's been so long since I wrote this. What is this auth? Fastify auth to exactly, right? So let's see. Maybe I bumped this, and it had breaking changes. Bump depths. Yeah, exactly what I did. Okay, so let's review that because I could have just. Okay, wait a minute. That's very good. I think this is gonna lead us somewhere. So if I go over here, yeah. So we were at 750, now we're at 781. So that's not that radical. But let's go to the releases and let's see 750. This is where we were, right? So I was on that version, and let's see the changelog. 7.6 add missing use strict directives. Split the CoreJS module, implement the extension of the reserve code grant. Implement PKCE. What is PKCE? Proof of key code exchange, and is pronounced PXE, is an extension of OAuth through the protocol that helps prevent code interception attacks. OAuth 2 allows users to share their data securely between. Okay. Ooh, yeah, this could be related, I think, because I wrote some custom code for this. Looks good to me. Files changed. Let's see what changed here. No, I don't think it's this. No, it's not this. No, I don't think it. Ooh, it's this one. I think this broke it. Most likely. Give me 1 second. Yeah. Because if I recall over here, yeah, here it is. So we have this generate state function. It's literally used here. And yeah, exactly. Give me a second. I need to review what this PR. Shit, man, 700 lines of code. Don't. Yeah, man, literally I knew it. You can see here, basically he's generating the custom. Let's actually take a look at this. Yeah. Yeah, I literally reported this error. I think, many months ago. I literally had a discussion here. I literally, I think, yeah, exactly. This was 28th of July, 2023. And I was literally, exactly, right? So good, that's good. I just have no idea. I don't remember what I did. I have absolutely no clue. But it's good, it's fine. So this is what we need. We need to see what he did. Let's read the tests maybe. So let's go to commits and yeah, update readme. So actually no, let's go here and let's take a look at the readme. Yeah, here it is. Okay. Shit, man. Why did I do this like this? Because the default, exactly, the default state is a global. The default state is a global. So we could, in theory, use Redis here, right? As he did at somewhere. I don't know where this was. Yeah. So you can see here he's setting the state key and the state. So the key itself and the state to Redis, and then returning that. Yeah, I mean, we could try this. We could try this as well. I mean, we could mimic this. I mean, we could literally mimic this, right? Because I never liked the version we had anyway. So we could, in theory, do this. Shit, it's a little bit hard. Give me a second. I need to think. My brain needs to process this. So, yeah, right. Okay. We're not gonna have this referenced on this thing. We might be able to remove crypto. Are we using crypto anywhere else? Import crypto. We are. Okay, never mind. And then here we have the app. If I go to setup decorators or setup plugins, setup something, I don't know. Plugin setup, enforce app.redis. Yeah, app.redis. Exactly. Yeah, okay, sure. So here, in theory, should be able to say app.redis, right? Yeah. And then the state key. What the fuck is the state key in his example? Probably a global of some kind, I suppose. State key. I mean, I guess it's just something we would like to store in Redis, right? So let's just call this sync repo, sync GitHub repos state key or whatever. We're gonna have to test this now anyway, right? And I don't know, like, we are not really setting anything. So wait a minute, where's my Redis setup? Yeah, so this is where we basically register the Redis instance, right, and stuff. So this exposes it on the app pretty much, right? And I think this Fastify Redis beneath as a core library is using, what was it called? Help me, my brain. I don't remember, but when I see it, I'll know it. It's using IO Redis, exactly, right? And IO Redis, I think, has .set, exactly, right? So the question now is, are these guys overriding the no, actually, no, it's good, all good, perfect. YouTube, good evening. It's going really well, man. How are you doing yourself? Okay, so this is in theory good, right? Almost, maybe. I have no idea. Wow, okay. So if this was random assumption even a problem, right? Then if we go to localhost, if we go to, shit, what happened? Is our API no longer running? Or maybe our UI is not running. Our UI is not running, okay. All right, so let's go back here and Let's log in. And let's go to my profile. Let's go to the repository. Ah, shit. Yeah, this is now going to be an environmental variable issue because, crap. Come on, man. Hi, I'm a newbie in the field of game development. Can you tell me if a good gaming laptop can be used to develop games as a... Of course, absolutely, man. Absolutely. Of course. Of course you can. 100%. 100%. 100%. All right, so that's good, right? So the issue now with fixing this is we need to go to our we need to get over here. Shit, man. I need to create basically an app, a local host environment. I need to basically create this just for localhost, right? So I need to do this, right? And then say staging. Let's actually go back here just so we can replicate what we already have here. The thing is, I mean, I'm not really following these models of these laptops. I use MacBook Pro for my work. That, I mean, for 15 years, a company would buy that for one, right? So I don't know. I have multiple laptops. I do have one Windows laptop here. I actually bought it quite recently, and I bought it when I'm traveling. Give me 1 second. So I have this Lenovo. It's actually brand new. I don't think I turned it on twice. It's Lenovo LOQ 15RH8. It has RTX, I think, 4070. Yeah, it has RTX 4070. It's a beautiful laptop. It's literally brand new. And this is an insanely good machine. Insanely good machine. Actually, let me find it for you. Lenovo. Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. I need to turn on the lights here. Two seconds. So Lenovo RI8H. I have absolutely no idea what I wrote. Fuck me. I'm so lazy, man. Give me a second. Anato, good evening, buddy. So this is actually, wait. So LOQ 15IR8H. Yeah, it's this one. Yeah, I think I bought it. Yeah, exactly, it's this one. I think I bought it like. Yeah, I think it's this one. It is, yeah. I think mine has RTX 4070 though, so I think mine is a little bit better than this. But I mean, I don't use it. It's been standing on my desk. It's literally brand new. I barely opened it. I bought it when I'm traveling. Then I realized I don't need it when I'm traveling. So, but yeah. But again, it doesn't really matter. Whatever you get, any decent recent laptop you get is going to be fine. Okay. Yeah, I'm sorry. I need to get back to this. Yeah, okay. So so here we're gonna say essentially, right? It's gonna be HTTP localhost, right? So it's going to be localhost. Well, I think this Docker thing is running on, what was it, 5,000, right? Yeah. So 5,000 auth GitHub call, blah, blah, blah. Yeah. And then you're going to have to stare at my face for like 2 seconds because I just need to generate a token now. So what I'm actually going to do, I'm going to go to env development and just going to generate some secrets here. So client ID is going to be this. Yeah. And then I'm going to generate a new secret. It's in euros, yeah. And I'm going to copy this. Bounty, my friend. It's been ages. How you doing, my friend? How's life? Nice, man. Good to hear. Good to hear. All right. I think that's fine. I can, I guess, leave this place. I can refresh. Yeah. Cool. So I can go back to my screen. And yeah, so that's cool. I don't actually know if it's cool, but we'll need to see in a moment. I actually, give me a second, I need to think a little bit because right now over here, shit, I don't actually remember how's that gonna work with the envs and stuff, right? Is there any opportunity for me? I don't know, what do you mean by that, man? What do you mean is there some opportunity? There's millions of opportunities where? I don't understand, what do you mean? What exactly do you mean? Are there opportunities on the planet for you, or what do you mean? Give me a second, guys. I just need to. Oh shit, never mind. I'm good. I know. Give me a second, guys. I need to just. The reason why I'm not sharing my screen is because, yeah, I just need to. Yeah, sure. I just forgot about it. So Docker backend, env, and then I just need to do it there. GS, yeah. Okay, cool. That's also good, I think. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna. Will it cover development of websites? I mean, I'm building a incredibly I would say, complex thing. So when you say, will you cover development of websites, you need to be more precise. What type of websites? If you mean, am I going to build some... No, probably not. This stream is not about that. But you need to be more specific. I don't know what you mean by websites. You would need to be a little bit more specific. What types of websites and stuff like that, right? Okay, give me a moment here. Should be done in a second. Should be done in a second. All right, cool. I do not, no. I do not use Java, no. Okay, good. I think we're fine. Okay, that's great. All right, finally. Jesus Christ. That was tiring. Infrastructure, let's close that. Yeah, we can keep this open. Let's go back here. And yeah, so I mean, if it doesn't work now, like I'm gonna do this one off stream, because I mean, eventually when we stop the stream, because I don't want to be messing with these environmental variables and stuff over here, right? So let's try resync. Okay, good. So it does work. Okay, grant, that's great. Authorized programmer network. Cannot read property state of undefined. Okay, fair enough. No, that's good, right? That what we're getting is good now. At least we're initializing the flow, right? So basically what we're getting is that, hey, Alex, you know, you don't have such a key in your Redis, right? State. So I guess we're actually getting that error here, right? I suppose so, right? Query.state. So let's actually print, this thing. So let's print the request.query and request.session.state. Let's see which one of these is failing, right? So if we in fact go to the logs here in the Docker container and we try to initialize this again, we should get something farting out. Yeah, exactly, right? So here we have it. Give me 1 second with the questions. I'm up with you. So cannot read properties undefined of reading state, blah, 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 da, 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 da. It's a little bit unclear which one, because there are two state variables, request query. So I guess it's this one. So let's try, let's try just returning true here. Let's imagine, hey, everything's fine. And just so we can print these two things, right? So we go back here and we resync. Let's go to, shit, what happened there? I think we did too many requests. Give me 2 seconds. So we get the code and we get the state back. So that is kind of fine. Request.session is undefined, which is logical, right? Because we're not using session. We're not using session-based authentication. So this is actually never going to be the case. So we can't really do this, right? Okay. So if I undo these changes here and put back what we actually had before, let's see what happens now, right? Hopefully GitHub is not going to punish us. GitHub basically, GitHub applications, they don't have any staging or testing state. So you can see now we're getting timed out basically for no reason, really. Let me read the question. Hi man, how do you actually start writing backend? I'm a bit new writing backend. I mean, I have ideas, but I don't know. I think somebody today on my YouTube channel asked something very similar. Let me go to the comments. Somebody on my YouTube channel today asked pretty much the same, and a lot of you guys are really running way ahead of yourselves. How do I find that? A lot of you guys are like very unrealistic with yourselves, right? Full stack, this like It's really bad. So yeah. So this person here asked me. Currently, I'm MERN-based full stacks. So basically, most of you, so this is how it works. This is what I realized. Most of you guys, right? You go to YouTube and you find some tutorial. You find some MERN thing, right? That is this. The comparison of this and the way that you're trying to learn programming is almost as if you wanted to become a tennis player and you challenge Nadal, Novak, or Roger Federer to play against as your first match, right? This is not how you learn programming. I mean, most of you have, in that situation, you have absolutely no idea what you're doing. You're imitating something from some video on YouTube, right? But you have absolutely zero clue what you're doing. And the fact that you're asking a question such as, how do I start backend, supports my claim, right? You should not be starting backend at all, right? You have so many things to learn before you do that, right? And that's what I basically explained here. Most of you should either start with one or the other end and learn that properly. Because if we talk about just the front end, there's so many concepts. You cannot tell me that you as a beginner, you're learning a database, an API framework or library, React, and basically Node.js right here. Nobody starts with this crap. That's impossible. I mean, I don't know who gives you people these ideas, right? It's a terror for the mind, right? I mean, a beginner wants to build a full stack application. Like, dude, come on. I mean, I've been writing JavaScript only for 10 years. And of course, some backend, clearly. But like, just to learn HTML, CSS, and JavaScript properly takes probably a year or two, right? So this is already hard enough, right? And then you're telling me, nah, fuck that, man. I know all of that already after 3 days. Let me learn a database. I know that this is backend. I have no idea what this does, but full stack, right? I mean, come on. Completable dev, man. Thank you very much for being here, man. Anyway, like, a lot of you want to do something that you will not succeed anyway. You're gonna drag yourself on in so many directions. You will not really learn anything properly anyway, and you haven't learned it right now anyway at all, right? So stop lying to yourself and deceiving yourself. You can, mimic things from YouTube tutorials, whatever. You can write this crap, right? But you're not learning anything, right? How do you learn? Well, you learn by building, right? Imagine that you need to paint a house again. I always use these stupid metaphors to imagine that you had to hit a nail in a wall and you never held a hammer in your hand. You would not hit that nail in the wall by watching a guy on YouTube hitting a nail in the wall, right? You still have to stand up and hit. So I mean, how did all of us learn programming 20 years ago when there was no YouTube, right? So what do you mean how you do it? You do it by building things, right? You do it by struggling, right? The problem is many of you don't want to struggle, right? Many of you would just like to, yeah, I mean, I don't actually want to write code. I just want to make 6 figures, right? But I actually don't want to do the work, right? So, so it's unrealistic, right? I mean, no beginner starts with this. This is like, it's ridiculous, man. I don't know who, I mean, of course, this doesn't even indicate the other things that you have to learn alongside, right? You have to basically learn what internet is. What is a DNS, right? What is a network, right? What is a protocol? What is HTTP, right? And 7 billion other concepts, right? I mean, it's ridiculous, right? You're telling me that you're going to start learning all this. It takes years to learn this, literally, many years. So, I mean, if you want to become a programmer, you should absolutely go for it, but you have to be realistic with yourself. Learn HTML, learn to create a semantic page, style it with CSS, right? When you can do this really well, these 2 things, you can do so many great things just with this thing. Then learn some JavaScript and add some dynamic behavior to the page, right? This also takes many months and years. Then when you can do this, right? So how can you do this? Go to free CSS templates. How can you do this? Do this, find a template you like. Oh, I like this a lot, right? Okay, live demo, cool. Take a screenshot of this. and say, you know what? I'm going to go and build this now. I'm going to go and build this with CSS and HTML, right? Put this in draw.io, right? And you do this only. You do this. I'm going to build this now, right? When you build that, then you move to other components. So, I mean, come on, man. Like, do you think that some of us here are making money because we just sat for 3 weeks and we became programmers, right? I've been sweating my ass for 20 years, man. It doesn't work like that. You don't just sit and you learn everything. Let me just learn the whole stack in 3 months. Come on, shut the fuck up. Come on. Let's be realistic here a little bit. If it worked like that, none of us would ever have a job, right? So let's not dream here too much, right? So we have to be realistic with ourselves at the very least, right? Everybody learns differently, right? No matter who you are, everybody learns differently. Everybody has different energy, different motivation, different IQ. It just, again, you have to, nobody can answer these questions for anybody. You have to be real with yourself. You can mimic other people doing whatever you want. You can turn on a video and code along. And you might feel, oh, look at me, I'm just coding along, right? But you have to ask yourself, what do you actually know? You have to be honest with yourself. So if I ask you, do you know CSS, for example? It's like, yeah, I do. But I bet that you don't. If I ask you, do you know HTML? You're going to say HTML, easy. You probably don't. If I ask you to, I'm not talking to anybody specific here now, I'm talking to everybody. So I mean, nobody can answer these questions for anyone. I mean, you individually have to be honest with yourself, right? And that is just how it is. Oh, localhost 3000. Yeah, why is it redirecting to 3000? Shit, should be 3001, right? Yeah, okay, fuck. Yeah, that is the problem. Okay. This is just the reality, man. Many of you have been watching my stream for a long time and you know how I am. So I'm not going to sugarcoat you and tell you some bullshit like, you can do it, just go. And it's like, shut the fuck up, man. It's not going to happen like that. Don't deceive yourself. Don't waste time, man. You have to put in a lot of work, a lot of tears, a lot of sweat. When other people are going outside, you have to stay home and do shit, right? So let's not daydream here, right? There's no shortcuts to programming. If you want to write code and do anything great in life, you need to sweat and you need to put in the work, man. Did you disable comments on OBS? What comments? No? I don't think so. I don't think that I disabled anything, no. Just how it is, man. Just how it is. That's okay, so what the hell happened there? Wow, all right. Of course, Georgie. Of course, I do that every day with myself. That's just how it is. 301 auth GitHub syncs repos. Where's my swagger? Yeah, here. Ah, I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying. Let's see. Yeah, sorry, I didn't get what you mean. Give me a second. You know that I haven't been streaming in a long time, so I don't remember even where these things are anymore. Live chat, Twitch chat. My pleasure, man. My pleasure, dude. I will never bullshit you, man. I'll just tell you how things are, and yeah, it's just yeah, things just take time, man. Streamlabs widget. What the fuck is this, man? Why do I? Wait a minute. Wait a minute. It's super strange. Wait, I think didn't OBS have a chat of some kind? Text, scene, media source, image, game capture, browser audio, application audio, group, deprecated. Shit. I think chat is completely yeah, I did build that, but I'm not using it. Build that long ago. I don't even know where that is anymore. Didn't we have like the Streamlabs? Oh, CloudBot. The fuck is happening? Do you see, guys? Do you see these messages on the screen now? Oh, never mind. I'm hallucinating a little bit here. Okay. Use the OBS, blah, 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 source or just launch. So I guess I copy this thing, right? I copy this thing. Twitch chat URL, I guess, okay. Oh, I see what you guys are saying. Yeah, it's supposed to be there. Yeah, I see what you guys are saying. Sure. Twitch chat. Okay. Let me just remove this. Thank you for mentioning. So add, I guess, browser source, a browser to URL. Ah, you mean it's working from the full camera? I see, from here, right? Sure, let's try that. So main. Yeah, there we go. At least somebody here is smart. Thank you, Rebecca. Thank you. Maybe there, I don't know. All right, cool, thanks. Let me, while I'm here, it's been so long since I streamed. Twitch inactive. Why is this inactive? How can I activate? Oh, okay. There we go, okay. YouTube, activate. Yeah, but... Oh, shit. You're not gonna see my pretty face. Okay, let's put it over here. Cool. All right, thank you. Do you have to learn MongoDB? You don't have to learn anything. These are tools that solve different problems, right? So again, it's like saying, do I have to learn how to use I don't know, a super glue or something like that, right? What you have to learn depends on the problem you have. So you don't have to learn anything until you need it. Then you have to learn it, right? Have you seen that? No, I have not, no. And I would probably not use a framework with Go, but no. Looks interesting. I like the website. Pretty cool. All right. Okay, so let's read the logs. So we're getting 4 of 4, and I wonder... let me tell you one thing, Daniel. So I worked as a mentor for 5 years. I worked as at the bootcamp for 5 years, several years ago. So I worked as a technical expert and mentor remotely, like as a side thing for 5 years. And I had students who did in fact become junior programmers in 6 months. That's true. But these were very few, and they were very dedicated. They were, like, I remember 2 of them, I'm not going to name them. I remember two of them, they were practically, I remember a couple, a husband and a wife, they both enrolled in a boot camp and they studied 40 hours a week. So 40 hours a week, they would sit, they moved computers to their living room, and for 6 months, they closed themselves in-house, and they did land the job, yes. The problem with a lot of these boot camps is that they will tell you, yeah, just put in 20 hours a week, and it's fine. It's a lie. This is marketing so you get enrolled. 20 hours a week of studying if you want to become a junior developer in such a short period of time is not enough. It's definitely not enough. So is it possible to learn basics and be able to get some job in 6 months? Absolutely, but it's very rare. And very few people have the perseverance, continuity, consistency, stubbornness to actually sit and learn, right? 98% probably of people, probably including many of you here, are procrastinating constantly. You just go video by video by video, course by course. You just keep seeking for things that don't exist. And that's what I've been speaking in my YouTube videos past 2 days. That's what my videos are about. You spend so much time looking for courses that if you spend that time actually learning, you would be way ahead. You know, there's no, as I said in a video today that I recorded for YouTube channel, there's no difference in courses at all. You can use my course, someone else's course, it's gonna get the same shit. It's different face, different expression, different language, different vocabulary, but fundamentally any course you find is gonna work. But you have to put in the work, and most people are incapable of putting in the work. That is just how it is. That's just how it works. That is just how it is. That is the truth, right? So everything is possible and nothing is possible if you don't put in the work, right? All right, so this one I will actually turn into a task, and I need to do this off stream because there's a lot of environmental variables and stuff like that. So again, as I say always, and I know that unfortunately many of you don't want to hear that, or it's not useful, but you have to build in continuity, right? And that's really what it is. If you don't build a consistency, if you don't put in the work, you will not succeed in anything. This is just common sense, and I know that you know it, but many people have to hear it. There's no shortcuts, there's no streams, there's no mentors, there's no courses, there's no... You can go on Twitch streams and YouTube channels and act cool, talk cool. I know this, I know that, but then the reality hits you in the face, right? So that's just how it is. If somebody tells you otherwise, they're lying 100%. 100% lying. I think that human race, myself included, all of us, we are naturally lazy. If an average human could just lay all day, every day on the back and do nothing, I think many would choose that. So I'm not judging anybody. In fact, I'm quite impressed by our race. I don't even know how we're not all collectively suiciding, right? Because people are miserable, right? But that's just what it is, man. That is the people that you're competing with, right? Some people can simply force themselves and build up the continuity, and some can't, right? And that's what a lot of my YouTube videos really talk about this. I mean, I keep talking this recycled philosophy, but if you take a look at my videos, really they really talk about that. I don't want to be talking much about React or this or that, because you can find these videos already everywhere, right? You can find 7 billion courses for every programming language or whatever. But that's not the hard part of programming. That's in fact not the hard part of any intellectual work. The hard part is getting yourself to the end, putting yourself in a place of an experienced one, and then constantly learning, constantly evolving as a person around other intellectuals, building social skills, building so many skills along the way. So you will learn some CSS and HTML and JavaScript and React and Rust and C#. And all of this you will memorize eventually. You will memorize some patterns. You will know how to write an API. But the hard part is so many things around it, right? Which is building yourself as a person, building yourself as a person that people want to work with, building yourself as a person that socially can evolve, right? exactly, Rebecca, right? That is just how it is. Let me actually sit a little bit. How long I've been streaming? Yeah, I'm standing now for 2 hours. Let me just put the desk down. 1 second. Let me just put my desk down. Give me a second. Whew. My beautiful legs need a little bit of rest. Alrighty. What else should someone learn if they feel like not coding to make sure they're still relevant and wasting time? I mean, again, when you're entry-level developer, for example, of course, the main thing for you to learn is programming, right? Because you need to have some tangible skills that you can sell, right? But you know, once you as you evolve throughout your career, then social soft skills become more senior, become more important. It gets to know how to work with people, to lead teams, right? So when you're, it's actually fairly simple, right? If we open up Paint or something like that, right? So if you basically, once you, like, this is really how it works, right? It's very simple. So when you're a junior, right? So let's imagine this is this here is a seniority level, and this here is social level, social skills, right? So when you're junior, right, you fundamentally only very much care about having some skills, right? Actually, this should be the opposite, right? So these two should be reversed. So this is seniority, and this is social skills, right? So as you grow in your skill level, your social skills increase in value drastically, while your coding skills decrease, because again, there's so much you can learn up until the point where you know enough before. Because as you become senior and as you become a tech lead, team lead, CTO, your skills in leading people, managing conflict management, and all of this stuff becomes your job. I mean, that's my job at work. I also lead a team, and I need to organize things. I need to talk to product managers, CTO, designer, other teams, other team leads, right? It's you know, soft skills are never a skill that's not important. I mean, if you build yourself as a good person, that's gonna open many doors for you, right? That's just how it is, right? Yeah, I mean, it's just you know, it's you know, times where you would finish university and instantly get a job are long gone, right? So I would not be, you know, I would not be honestly surprised. Oh wow, I graduated 2 months ago and I still don't have a job. I mean, that is completely normal, man. That is completely normal. All right, so let's see what else, because otherwise we can just chat the whole evening, not gonna do anything. Let's see what we could still do a little bit today, because the chat did tire me a little bit. So as I said, this Customer IO, one of my favorite products out there, they have accepted this project of mine as a startup program. And actually, I think this week I'm gonna start using it in Programmer Network. Yeah, we got accepted into this Customer IO program for sure, definitely. Okay, so let's figure out, because I'm a little bit thrown off. There's so many questions, and I'm a little bit thrown off. So let's just chat a little bit more. It's fine. Let's just chat a little bit more, because and then we'll make a plan. We'll make a little bit better plan for the next stream, because yeah, it's a lot of questions. which is okay. Which is okay. I hope you guys can also subscribe to my YouTube channel. I don't sell any shit or anything. It's just a regular channel. So if you haven't already, yeah, here's the link. I'll share it. You don't have to subscribe. Go through the videos. If you find something useful, then subscribe. Okay, let me just read some other questions. But anyway, if you guys have questions, now is the right time. So if you guys want to discuss something, we haven't seen each other in 2 months. If there's something that, yeah, if you please just throw the questions. Like, I'm happy to share my experience. Of course, take my opinion with a grain of salt, as always. You know, opinions are like assholes. Everybody has one. So, agreed on the social skills. It's easier to teach programming skills and social skills if you're super good technically, but you're an asshole. The thing is, I think they're mutually they're very important, both of them, right? In order to so you remember when I was talking about remote work, you remember when I was talking about how it's terrible, it's one of the worst decisions for junior people of any industry to work remotely. This is exactly the reason why. In order for a person to build programming skills, a person has to program. In order for a person to build muscles, person has to train in a gym. In order for a person to build eloquent skills, talking skills, a person has to talk. In order for a person to learn to listen, a person has to listen, right? So sitting home as a junior developer is the most contradicting, most idiotic thing that anyone could ever suggest to a junior person. As a junior person, you cannot evolve, you cannot grow if you're not surrounded by people. You cannot be hiding behind your Slack, Discord, some other chat, right? So in simple words, right? For example, remote work is one of the biggest and the worst enemies of junior people because, as you said, you know, there's no such thing as an asshole, right? Asshole is a concept. Sure, we can call someone an asshole, but what that really means is that that person hasn't had sufficient experience to be, or hasn't been simply around people. I mean, you can go to some forest, some jungle, and find a family or find a guy who's been living in isolation in a forest for a long time. That person is going to be, as in many cases, almost as wild as an animal, right? Because the person hasn't been exposed to people, right? So that's why going to the office, talking to colleagues, learning to disagree, learning to agree, learning to be offensive, defensive, to resolve conflict is fundamental for any professional, right? You cannot do that from home. So if you want to build yourself as a professional, you have to be with people, right? That's just so simple. I mean, right? So again, if you want to build programming skills, you have to program. If you want to build social skills, you need to be social, obviously, right? You cannot sit behind Slack and become social. That's you cannot not go out, leave your place for a week or 2 weeks or a month sitting home and be social. That's just a common sense, right? So that's just how it is, right? Yeah. All right, let's see if we have any interesting remarks or whatever. But this is genuine, right? I don't think it's healthy for people to be home for so long. It creates anxiety. It makes people nervous. You see all of these shitty images on LinkedIn and other platforms of people, like, oh, I'm working from Bahamas, right? Oh, look at me, I'm working from Santorini. I'm working from Mykonos. I'm working from, but this is 0.1% of people working remotely like that. Most people are sitting in their living room desperate with their underwear, not to change for 3 days, right? And shit like that. So it's, they try to mask this remote work in such a beautiful wrapped paper, right? It's like, look at me writing JavaScripts from the Bahamas beach, right? Like, come on, man. I mean, stop with the bullshit, right? Where did you get the suntan? I mean, I've been out a lot. I've been running a lot, and stuff like that. And it's pretty much where. All right, wow. Sharing OBS is kind of ridiculous. Okay. What did I want to do? So let's close that. Subhas Taluder, I mean, you're asking a question that all entry-level people have faced, right? I mean, jobs are not gonna find you, right? You have to keep applying and you have to keep failing, and that's just unfortunately the reality, and it always has been the reality, right? So I mean, of course, like seriously, guys, like listen, I just need to let's listen. I mean, it's a little bit ridiculous that humanity, this is what I see amongst people, right? The biggest problem with people today, all over the globe, is expectations, right? Like when you finish school, you know shit, right? You are absolutely useless. You've never worked, you never built anything, you absolutely suck. All of us did, right? So having an expectation relative to that somebody somehow owns you something, that somebody should just hire you. It's like, I finished school, like you should hire me. That's fucking bullshit, man. I mean, I don't understand where this expectation comes from. Every founder of every company has bled when they build a company, has invested their own money, has done a lot of things to be where they are. And every single founder has the right to hire whoever they want. If I had my own company, I would, of course, hire a person with experience over the person without experience, right? It's a ridiculous thing to act to be some sort of messiah. No, I'm not going to hire a person that can do the work because I will hire a person that cannot do the work. It's like, dude, it's just how it is. And it always has been, right? It always has been hard for people without experience to find their first job. And that's just reality. And you keep applying, you keep brushing up your skills in the interviews. In the meanwhile, you build your skills however you can and stuff. And that's just how it is. Like what is this expectation? Like, people finish university, they get some paper and they think, oh, I deserve. You don't deserve anything, man. Nobody deserves anything. You have to work for things. You have to create your own luck. And that's just how it is. There's like, 8 billion of us, 9 billion of us, right? So you're not unique. None of us is unique by any means. We're all just numbers and statistics, right? So whenever you're in doubt, whenever you think that life is not fair, always put yourself in the opposite situation. If I had a company, I had minimal amount of money, I'm making it, I'm almost going bankrupt, who would I hire? A person that can immediately do the job, or a person that cannot do the job? I mean, this is literally just common sense, right? Is it fair? Life is not fair, man. Life is not fair. Never has been fair, never is going to be fair. So it's just this expectation, once you get over it, once you understand that it's a struggle for some time, and then it gets easier and easier and easier, then you're gonna kind of, toughen up and accept it. That's just how it is, right? There's no such thing as fair, unfair. There's no laws. There's laws for fair and unfair. They don't exist. There's no such law that says it's not fair that you hired this person. It's just ridiculous, right? So just be realistic, set realistic expectations, right, and work relative to that. Otherwise, you're gonna be asking questions that maybe deep inside you know the answer already. How can I break this cycle? I'm not sure what you mean. How can you break this cycle? We just spoke about it. Break what cycle? You cannot break anything, man. You have to fight for yourself, and one day you're gonna get lucky that somebody wants to hire you. I'm not sure what do you mean, how can you break the cycle? Which cycle? Did we get any new people sign up today? No, actually, yeah, that kind of sucks. It's like I need to really, Leo and Rebecca and stuff, you guys need to help me sharing the link a bit. I really need people to continue signing up and stuff, because we're gonna build some awesome things and polish a lot of things soon. So hopefully people can start signing up again. Yeah, please do. I'm gonna make a few of you moderators. How do I do that? How do I do that? Give me a second. Oh, why can I hear myself? Oh, I see. Channel and videos. Monetization, community maybe, roles manager. Yeah, exactly. Well, Panosa hasn't been here in a long time, so we're just gonna nuke him. $25 gold hasn't really been here in a while, right? So we're gonna... Yeah, but that's what we just spoke about, man. We just spoke about that for... You cannot break it. You just have to keep applying and stuff. I mean, there's no golden rule there, right? I mean, right? So you just have to keep doing it. There's no such thing as breaking a cycle, right? Okay, anyway, so yeah, that's just how it is, guys. That's just how it is. Okay, so yeah, so I'll need to focus a little bit more. So starting next stream, we're gonna have to kind of create a little bit better plan, because I really need to start finishing this stuff. And also I need you guys to help me to get more people to sign up and stuff like that, because I'll take it a little bit more serious in the next upcoming months. We need to, I'm gonna continue the real JavaScript meetup here in Copenhagen, right? So we really need to, I'll need your help, guys, to, and even do that merge just for fun. I think that's going to be interesting as well. Yeah, I'm not kidding. I'm like that serious. I'm that serious. Okay, let me just, I don't think I'll achieve anything tonight anyway, because yeah, we spoke so much, but it's okay. It's perfectly fine. It's perfectly fine. So for the next stream, I'm actually going to prepare some of the things just that we can focus on. So we need to, so this we're not going to do now, but we need to get email notifications and stuff. Yeah, but I mean, I've been streaming for more than 2 hours, almost 2 hours now. So that's enough for me. That's fine. That's my average probably. Delete a meetup, blah blah. Yeah. And yeah, Rebecca and all of you guys, Dmitry, Leo, try to log into Programmer Network every now and then. Just write something. Let's just try to just incentivize me as well to write. You guys are early adopters, so just leave a message sometimes. Like, a lot of people have been doing that already. So just try to be more active, so we can kind of push each other. Okay, so yeah, let's see if there's any more questions or whatever. Otherwise, I'm gonna head off. I'm too distracted to code now. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I log into Programmer Network every single day. I mean, it's the platform I built, so I deeply care about it, right? I mean, there's really no concrete elevator pitch for Programmer Network. Programmer Network is supposed to be a platform, right, where people can come and escape everyday spam of other platforms, right? And on top of that, they can do many other things. Find meetups they like, find projects that they want to join, find people that they're interesting, read and write articles, etc., etc. So think about Programmer Network as a mixture of existing platforms in one. So developers have a space, right? For example, to be very honest, and I'm genuinely saying this, I mean, this is not a pitch, this is not me trying to sell you Programmer Network. I think I genuinely want a platform like that. Like, when I go to LinkedIn is practically dead. I don't have Facebook, I don't have Twitter, I don't have these platforms for almost, decade and a half. But when I go to LinkedIn used to be a platform that I used and that I found interesting. I could read and learn something. Today, LinkedIn became pretty much a new Facebook, right? And Twitter is disgusting. I despise that platform. It's full of trolls. It's full of idiots, right? So the idea with Programming Network is, to create a space where people can just, talk and share various other things, create events, join projects, review each other's codes, whatever, bunch of other stuff, right? So there's nothing mind-blowing with the idea per se, but it is very focused on preserving a community of programmers. And if you're as big as LinkedIn or Twitter, how will you moderate trolls? It's a hard question, right? It's a very good question. It's a hard question as well, because I think this is at least my perception, right? I try to create an account and it's not happening. What do you mean it's not happening? Can you be more specific? Yeah, I can see there's some validation error. Yeah. Give me 1 second. I see. This is a recent regression I created. Okay, shit. Let's fix that. Crap, man. I mean, thank you for mentioning it. Let's fix it. Okay, thank you guys. Give me a second because I was doing some work off stream. Let's fix that very quickly. Are you looking for full redesign? I mean, we're never going to have full redesign because it's not necessary. But I have a friend, Doru, from work. He's my colleague. He's a designer in my team. He's going to help with making the UI a little bit. He's going to help with the colors and stuff like that. I actually love the UI of Programming Network. I actually love it a lot. Not because I made it. It's because I don't like UI and... When you say modern platforms, what do you mean? Like if you go to any of the platforms, like they're just overcluttered with a lot of shit, right? Programming Network as a platform is as simple as it possibly can be, right? It only has the things that it needs, and I personally appreciate that. I mean, again, it's clearly not a standard type of thing that people are used to, which is why people maybe get thrown off. But it cannot be simpler than it is. It's as clean as it possible. It's really like... Are you the target demographic though? Well, I mean, so the thing is, so the tech lead, right? The core question of any product, right, is the core question of any product is this, right? What does it mean to be a founder of something, right? This is a very interesting discussion. It's a very complex thing, right? What does it mean to be a founder? What does it mean to carry an idea, right? So you can be 100% right and 100% wrong, right? What is your demographic? What is your target group, right? But it really depends what your vision is, right? My vision of this platform is as is, and I'm definitely stick to my vision, right? Now, the consequence of that might be one or the other. And if my vision doesn't turn out to be correct or something, then I'm going to stop doing it, right? So for me, this product is not about building something that's used. It's building something that I think should exist that's used, right? I don't want to build another LinkedIn, right? I don't want to build another Facebook, right? You get what I mean? So that's exactly what all the successful companies and failed companies did. You have a founder who has some vision, and that vision might be completely wrong or it might be awesome, right? But if you start catering to everybody just because they might like this or that, then that's no longer your vision. Now you're not building the product that you imagined. You're building, right. So if I can find people who share my vision, and they want to use this platform because they have the same vision, that would be a success for me. It doesn't have to be a majority of people. It can be an absolute minority. But if I can find developers who just want to have a place where they can talk and share stuff and be serious and stuff like that, then yeah, that's the platform. I don't want to build another troll platform like Twitter because I would nuke it immediately, right? I'm not, don't take me wrong, of course I would like to make money and all of that, so I'm not some sort of messiah. I'm not saying I'm dreaming about this. Absolutely not. It's just, I know that I would like to have a closure on the products that I build. So I envision something, I build it, I have some ideas, and if these ideas fail, I'm going to build something else, right? So if it turns out that developers don't give a crap about what I think is important, then I'm going to stop and I'm going to build something else, right? But I'm not going to cater it to be Facebook version 2 or LinkedIn because I could succeed there. That's not what I want to build, right? That's not the company that I would want to work for, let alone run one, right? So that is the fundamental difference. Yeah, exactly. So it's hard, right? I mean, the hardest part of really anything is building something that people want, right? And maybe this crap that I built part-time. I mean, I do programmer network a few hours a week, right? And I'm gonna stick to it, right? And if I manage to find people who share the same vision, I mean, super, right? If not, then I'm not gonna do it, right? I'm gonna say this project failed because people simply don't want it. But I'm going to feel good. I'm going to have a closure. I'm going to say I've tried, but I'm not going to be doing something and then think for the rest of my life, oh, what if I did this, right? That would not fulfill me at all, right? Okay. Okay, let me just make sure that we fix the So this is basically what's breaking the sign up now, because I did this literally 4 days ago. So I literally pushed this 4 days ago. Why don't you find out what developers want now before starting the project? You said it, well, don't want it, then you stop then. Well, because I'm not doing this for success reasons, man. I'm doing this because I want it. I'm not investing money in this. This is fun. This is my time when I'm having fun, right? I don't actually care what developers want, to be very honest with you, right? I'm gonna build this anyway, and if they want it, great. If they don't want it, you get what I mean. You're asking very rational questions from the perspective of a business, right? Of course, if I invested money in this, I would do this. Everything would be done opposite. But keep in mind, you can see your question has slightly simplified the complexity of building anything, right? Because if it was just as easy for any founder of any product to go and ask the developers or any target group what they want, you would probably never build anything, right? There's many people who don't know what they want, right? That's what building products is. People have forgotten one fundamental fact about creativity, is that creativity, people in the 80s didn't know that they want Star Wars, right? But then somebody created Star Wars, right? Nobody went to people and said, I mean, it's a stupid comparison maybe, but nobody went to people and said, can you imagine Jedis with lightsabers, right? So it's not always possible to validate your idea up, especially not a social platform, right? It's I think I at least I think that. Shit. Well, I mean, the social platform is the social platform is exactly that, a social concept, right? No, not really. No, DevTO is a place where you write articles, basically, right? That's pretty much it. That's pretty much what DevTO is, right? It's a blogging platform. where are the tests for this? Well, it's not just meetups, right? I mean, it's the meetups. It's just like, again, we haven't. It's not just that, right? It's courses, at least this type of courses, right? Meetups and some other features that I haven't exposed yet, right? We'll see, right? I mean, again, we do this. This stream is here for fun. It's for engaging with you guys and stuff like that, right? But again, so technically, it's one important thing really is that it's very dangerous to also be very cautious, right? There's a lot of developers I met in my 16, 17 years old long career so far that never built anything, ever, because they were always writing business models, research this, what if this fails, what if this doesn't work, what if this doesn't work, right? So it's literally exactly, so it's literally like, it's impossible to have that. That's why you have entrepreneurs. I mean, when you look at the most successful people today, like Elon Musk and stuff, before he has built PayPal, right, or X or whatever. I mean, he has also failed with 5 million things, right? So no matter how smart you are, no matter what your research tells you, right, you're worried. Well, I mean, you're not making any money either, right? So that is the irony. So right. No, yeah, no, I fully disagree with you. I cannot disagree with you on that last statement. You're absolutely wrong. Absolutely wrong. There's startups coming up every single day, right? And they're coming up, like, if you go to Indie Hackers, right? If you go to this platform, right? You'll find people here every day who are independent. A guy builds a simple mobile app that makes him 5-10 grand a month. A guy builds a form, whatever. Guys build it. So it's not true at all what you're saying. It's definitely not true. Is building unicorns easy? It has never been easy. But saying that it's too late to build companies and that the boom is over, absolutely not true. Absolutely not true. You can build still many things, right? But people who build these things, they don't have a mentality like that, right? They just build things. They try, right? So I mean, yeah. So take a look at that, and you'll see what I'm talking about. Okay, let me just do one thing here, please. So what I'm gonna do for now, I'm just gonna remove this validate from here. Snail, good evening, buddy. How are you doing? Refactor is one of the biggest. Refactoring is one of the most. Refactoring is one of the most. Yeah, this it's also on Twitch. Yes, the refactoring concept is one of the most egoistic and one of the most self-confident concepts that developers could exist. I know when I was a lot younger, when I was a junior, right? When I was actually a lot younger, when any code base that I saw, I wanted to refactor. If I wrote this, it would be so much better, right? Oh, if I just, who wrote this code, right? But then as you mature and as you like understand the complexity of so many things, right? It's kind of like, yeah, let's not touch it if it works. But it's just, yeah, everybody's refactoring something. Refactor this, refactor that. I see. Fair enough. Let's just fix the signing up because it's super weird. Okay, well, it's not broken fully, but let's make sure. No, it's not true, right? I mean, refactoring. So refactoring is a strategic thing, right? So let's discuss that a little bit. So every single company on earth, including Facebook and Google and Amazon, everybody has tech debt, right? So there's no company out there that doesn't have tech debt. There's no company out there that doesn't have something to improve, right? The biggest problem with these things oftentimes is that a very naive approach by developers, right? You don't just start refactoring something, right? Because that is very childish and very immature, right? You have to. So when you're refactoring something, the first question that you have to ask is like, why are we refactoring this? So is this the code that we work a lot with and is getting in the way? Are we refactoring because it's slow? Are we refactoring because it's breaking? What is the value, the outcome of this refactor? So why are we doing it? What is this gonna, so now when I merge this and it's refactored, will the customer notice the difference? Will the developers notice the difference? Maybe developers are gonna have a lot better developer experience, so they'll be able to build on top of it. So what is the core value of you taking the time, which is money, taking the time that you could spend on building other features and improving the product, now refactoring something that works, right? So these are very basic questions that every single person has to answer before refactoring. So if you worked with me in my team and you say, Alex, I would like to refactor this, you would have to answer these questions. Why? What is the benefit? Who benefits from it? Is it developers? Is it customers? Is it both? Is it none? So refactor is a silly thing, right? Because a lot of developers do it because they're egoistic. They think, oh, I can write this better. Who the fuck wrote this code, right? I did everything on this platform. I also built a UI library for it, yeah. Shit, man, did I break production? Come on. Oh, I probably did. Is this deploy? I know it's still deploying. Okay, give me a second. It's still deploying. Still deploying. Give me a second. It's the thing is right. Like again, any serious CTO, any serious tech lead, any serious developer, any experienced team would never dare to just say, let's refactor something, right? That's very childish. That's so immature that it's almost, to me, unimaginable, right? Refactor means rewrite something, and you have to have a good reason to do it. It doesn't matter if it's bad code. Who cares? If the bad code, whatever the bad code is in this context, if the code is bad, but it's working, and there's nothing fundamentally wrong, it's not slow, it's not this, it's not getting in the way, it's a code that's sitting somewhere and nobody's touching, then that code shouldn't be refactored. What is a bad code? I mean, the code that you're gonna write, once you refactor that, in a couple of years is gonna be, by some definition, bad code, right? I mean, what is a bad code? What is an obsolete? What is a legacy code, right? I mean, these are super logical things, right? Because, I mean, how do you know also, and one of the biggest fallacies of refactor is the egoistic assumption that the code that you're going to write is going to be better. How do you know that it's going to be better? How do you know that you're not going to introduce certain regressions and forget something because you maybe don't have the domain knowledge of that part of the system, right? So it's so important to be wary of these things, because every single one of us, including myself, our first intuition is, oh man, I wish I can just refactor that. It would be so much better. That's not very, that's way overconfident, right? So you have to basically, whenever approaching any of these things, You need to be able to answer basic questions, right? Otherwise, I mean, otherwise, what is it? Kindergarten, right? Imagine you have a company. Again, always put yourself in the context of a different person. Imagine it's your company. Imagine you are paying salaries. And somebody comes to you and says, hey, John, I want to refactor. It's like, yeah, sure, man. Just take 2 weeks. That's what, 5,000 euros of your salary. Yeah, just refactor. Of course, absolutely. All of you just refactor. Why not? I mean, what's just going to cost us 40,000 euros? I mean, absolutely. Just go and do it, right? Oh, shit, there's a mosquito in the room. Fuck, motherfucker. Wait, I need to close the window. 1 sec. So yeah, that's basically it. I'm sorry, I need to be wary now of a mosquito. I'm like super allergic to mosquitoes, little suckers. How coding question? How tall? I mean, what you can imagine me, Smarty, as tall as you want or as short as you want, whatever's your thing. I'm not literally allergic, but when I get bitten, it's kind of gets. If you want me to be 2 meters tall, Smarty, for you, I'll be that immediately. All right, let's see. Yeah, I'm 172. I'm 172. Yes. Yeah, I'm starting to sweat. Like one sucker is flying around me now, and I know I'm gonna get bitten, asshole. I'll find him and I will annihilate him. All right. Whoever tried to sign up before, if you're still here, please try again. It should be working now. If you have a second, just give it a shot. Yeah, I think it should be fine now. Actually, so Smarty, so let me show you guys. Let me just share my screen once again. Let me just show you what I want, basically, right? So, because a lot of you guys have asked. So if we just go back here very quickly, right? So this is basically the plan, right? It's just I have to finalize a lot of these things. So basically, the core of Programmer Network is the developer, right? And that is your profile, right? So my idea, so what I would be the most proud of is that a developer, every developer wants to have this profile. So this is the center of a developer. My dream, in a way, is that we make this profile so awesome that developer can showcase everything they want here. That's the core idea. Their posts, their repositories, meetups that they're joining, projects, etc., etc. So this is the core, right? That is the core of the platform, right? And then, of course, then we have features that we have built so far. We have courses, we have meetups, right? We have articles. I don't know, we have other stuff. We have courses, meetups, articles. And then we have the feed, right? Basically like Twitter feed, like we call it thoughts, right? And right now the next thing that I want us to do is I want us to build projects. And projects basically are going to be just a way for people to create a project, expose it, and try to find people to work on it, right? For example, a good inspiration for that, Indie Hackers has that. They have this ideas feature here. I don't know why their site is so slow today, but yeah, it's usually not this slow. Let's wait. They have this feature called ideas, which I actually saw today. It's going to be called projects for us. And I already assigned one of the guys here, showed interest to do it. It's Raphael. I don't know if he's actually going to do it. It would also be cool that if some of you guys, if you have the time, of course, would be able to contribute, right? When I say contribute, what you could do is you could use the Yale library that we built, right? And you could try to help. So if some of you have the time and will and desire to see something online, you could basically use our core library, which I basically open sourced, right? And you could build a POC of projects that I could then, integrate as part of the platform and stuff like that. But anyway, one of the next features that I'm basically trying to say is the projects. So the developer is going to be able to share the project they're building, seek for people, ask for feedback and stuff. And actually challenges, somebody mentioned challenges or something like that, right? Coding challenges. I don't know what this would be, honestly. This probably falls in a way to projects, right? In a way, I don't know. So I don't know exactly what this would be, right? I don't personally know, right? But before we get to this point here, I really need to finalize these things, do things, and they really need to be good, right? Because meetup.com is, meetup.com. So we are basically kind of replicating meetups from here. And the idea is to try and get a couple of startups from my own city and stuff, right? So that is just how it is, right? Yeah. All right. That's the idea, and that's 100% what I'm gonna do. There's no question about that. It's just a matter of time and effort and stuff like that, right? All right, fellas. If there's no more questions, no more remarks or anything, that is perfectly fine. I think maybe you could have something like word. I mean, I'm gonna take your ideas, Madi, right now and write it down. But again, like, actually, I have already generated a progressive web app for Android using a bubble wrap. We just never finalized that. But again, it would be, of course, nice to finalize that at one point and push this thing to the App Store, right? Because it would definitely be useful, right? But again, look, there's a lot of work. Building a social platform is a lot of work, and I'm the designer and a product manager and a backend developer and everything, right? And finding a co-founder or finding people that are interested to help is even harder. And of course, I do this only a couple of hours a week. I have a full-time job, a wife, a kid, a lot of other obligations, right? So unfortunately, of course, if I had the opportunity to do this full-time, things would be moving 7 million times faster and everything would be very different, right? So you get what I mean. A lot of libraries that I wrote are open source, but the project itself is not open source. But the whole UI library I shared it there is open source, right? A lot of other things are open source, but no, not the platform, not the platform. There's G Bounty, man. Thank you very much, dude. It's always good to see you. You've been around for so long. Whenever I see some of you guys who've been following this thing for so long, I'm always like, okay, good that I came back streaming. It's always a pleasure meeting you guys. Yeah. I mean, you can contribute. I mean, you can. I'll probably gonna create a board where you guys can build things in isolation, right? You don't need to have access right now for anything. You guys can already contribute. You guys can contribute by just installing a Yale library that I shared with you up there, and you can build a POC of projects. You can build any really feature, right? Code area, hi there. So, but a lot of people, as I said many times, a lot of people think that they want to help, but it often turns out to not be the case, right? Because once you actually have to commit and deliver, then it's very different. So yeah. Exactly. I mean, again, it's not a matter of me asking somebody to be obliged to do it. Oh, that's a good one. That's if I don't help. Yeah, exactly. All right. Okay, guys, I need to go. I need to work tomorrow, and I need to actually. I'm gonna go and do a little training here in my living room. Didn't go to the gym today. I mean, look, thank you, guys. I mean, the fact that many of you are here and stuff, yeah, I appreciate that. If you guys get a chance, sign up in Programmer Network, log in every now and then, leave a message, write an article, whatever. It costs you basically nothing. So if any of you feel any sort of commitment or any way to chip in, the best thing that you can do, that I would want you to do, is just log in every now and then and stuff, and that's really it. You don't need to subscribe or anything like that. I don't care about that, as many of you know. So all right, guys, I think I'm gonna stream tomorrow. So if you guys are around, come around and let's hang out. Otherwise, we see each other some other time. I wish you guys best. Okay, peace out, everybody. Leo and everybody, thank you very much, guys. Later, Alligator. Later, Smarty, Bounty, Leo, everybody. Thank you very much, guys. I appreciate every single one of you. Peace out.